Hello everybody! It has been a really long time since I sat down and did a video, mostly because what's the point of making videos? Nobody watches them anyway, so just been in that kind of funk lately. So since you've last seen me, I got a tattoo. When I got my tattoo, this place that we went to get it, it's a really good place, and obviously the artists are fantastic, but it's in smack dab middle of the ghetto. And so this lady came to the door and she was crying, and you know, she was a crackhead, and it was really weird. And then the cops came, and then there was a guy with a camera, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be on cops, and I was like, this is the greatest experience ever. I just really want to talk about the significance of it. I'm one of those people who think that your tattoo should mean something if it's gonna be on your body for the rest of your life. In 10th grade, I started getting into a lot of bad things. But in 10th grade, I cut myself. I started whipping myself with a rubber band. It was really bad. But out of that, I started listening to My Chemical Romance. I had seen Life that had shown me one of their videos, but it was a Planetary Go, and I was like, these guys are so much fun. Then I realized it was My Chemical Romance, who, back in the day, I used to be a very scared child of pretty much anything that wasn't, you know, gospel music. So I had seen the Famous Last Words music video back in 6th grade, and I was scared out of my mind of My Chemical Romance. I can't even tell you. If you've seen that video, it's a bunch of fire, they're all going crazy, and if you don't know who My Chemical Romance is, and you're a child, it's really frightening. Black Parade is probably the best album ever created in history, but Famous Last Words is on that album, and for whatever reason it just got to me, which is the biggest irony in the world, because I used to be afraid of that song. But anyway, it just really got to me, and I was like, this song is gonna save my life, and it did eventually. You know, in 11th grade I was still in that darkness. I had taken to burning myself, which is, I just completely went off the deep end in 11th grade. I burned myself probably over 100 times. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't think it was the pain that was what I was addicted to, like most people who self-harm are. I actually wrote a song about it whilst I was self-harming. And it went, I'm not addicted to the pain, I'm addicted to the scars that show the thoughts I can't express through words. And as I sit here on the floor, I cry and cry alone, 'cause now everybody knows my inner thoughts. They see my scars. That was the chorus of the song. I don't remember the rest of it, which really sucks, because it's probably a good song. I don't know, I can't write songs. You know, that's exactly how I felt. Like, the pain, I hated the pain. I hated it so much because I have a really low tolerance for pain, and it hurt so bad, and every time I did it I would think, why am I doing this to myself? But the next morning, every time I saw the scars, I would think, that's why. I just needed that visual representation that I was messed up inside. I don't know, my brain doesn't make any sense to me. So 3 suicide attempts later, I got through. I don't even know what happened. There was just a point this year, actually, because I've been dealing with all this depression stuff up until literally right now. This year there was a point where it literally just felt like I woke up and I was like, what have I been doing? I just made a conscious decision that I'm going to get better. I don't know, it was literally like night and day. I don't know what changed in me or what happened, but I was literally just like, I'm better. I've lost a lot of friends. Friends that I thought were going to be with me my whole life during high school and during all this stuff, and for a long time I felt like it was my fault, like I was doing something bad that they didn't want, or it was because I was too sad all the time. Like, my friends left me because they grew up. We grew apart, our interests changed, and you know, stuff happens, and it's high school. Everybody's fickle, and people you thought you were going to be with your whole life are just like, yeah, we don't really need you anymore, and then they just go off and do their own thing. And you know what? I stopped caring. I decided a really long time ago that I wanted this design. When I first heard famous last words, I was like, that's it. Those are the words I have to get imprinted on my body for the rest of my life. It says, I'm not afraid to keep on living, which is what basically got me through all this depression. Whenever I was sad, I would always turn on famous last words and just sit there and think about, you know, this one day I'm going to be triumphant in my battle against depression and self-harm. No, it's just a constant reminder that whatever I'm going to go through, I'm going to go through it. And I'm not just going to give up like I wanted to so many times. I'm not just going to, you know, end it, because there's so much worth living for. I'm just so outrageously blessed, and I've realized that now. And, you know, sometimes it takes 3 suicide attempts and 100 burn scars later, but, you know, you gotta get through the manure to get the flowers. You can quote that if you want to, I'd rather you not. The symbol for eating disorder recovery on top. That was the biggest issue, I think, getting over. It was terrible. But I started, on every single one of my papers, I started writing the symbol. Like, even if I was still starving myself, I started writing the symbol on every single thing I turned in, and I still do that today. Just having the symbol on me for eating disorder recovery is just, it feels great, because looking back, it's just really great to see where I was and what I've become. Basically, that's the story of my tattoo, and I'm really happy that I have my story here. And it is on the arm where all the burn scars were, and you can still kind of see the scars. And, you know, it's just great. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it inspired you in some way. And if you're thinking about getting a tattoo, get it. But I'm one of those people. Whoa. Hey! Shut up! And I don't think it was the pain that was. If I spit one more time, I'm gonna kill everybody. Like, good for you. I know I'm pretty cool. Shoot. I sit at home in my onesie making videos. I'm a pretty awesome person. Why do bad things happen?